Hello everyone and welcome back to Panzer strategy, where I'm playing the Dunkirk scenario. Let's continue where we left off in the previous one. Yeah, so first of all, we know this is an anti-aircraft gun, which I can just as well finish off this way. Let's bomb here. Move you back to regain fuel and ammunition. And just move here. Okay. These are pioneers. I'm sure they'll be able to take them down. No problem.
Our units have occupied Gravelin. The road to Dunkirk from the west is now open.
Okay, they shouldn't be able to see any of those. I will attack here already. Just already caused a bit of damage. Don't know how much it will help, but we'll see. Not too great of an attack. 8. Okay. I'm not gonna try to pursue enemies that badly. Okay. Now, what I could already do this turn is start shelling enemy units. No, I don't think so. First of all, let's move you up here. Let's get that recon out. And reveal some enemy units. Fine. Now we know that this is a artillery from the previous episode. Now that the anti-aircraft is gone, I can bomb it at leisure. And I will. Nice. Okay. After that, these are regulars and these are also regulars. Okay, let's use some incendiaries, get closer, and start hitting this unit. I want to start getting my infantry into the city. And these can move in there just fine. These guys will move in here, so we already got that covered. So now finally we're starting to move into the city, and I don't know these outcomes yet. But we'll see how that will proceed later. Move you ahead too. Now let's blast them again. This is pioneer work. Move you a bit ahead. I'll attack from this side. And finish him off. Got 1 damage, but it wasn't the end of the world here. I will now at least be able to put more infantry out there. Let's get you in here, you in here. I want to be careful with the tanks. I don't want to get them too close, even in the city. At least not close to the harbor, because we know that the enemy has some pretty nasty stuff out there when it comes to the navy. And I just need to make sure that we'll remain be somewhat safe here. And to that end, I'll keep these guys out like this. Won't enter too far into the territory. I'll just move together with the artillery. No real sense in moving too much forward. And the infantry is being backed up by them. So why worry? Yeah, perfect. Okay, then the only question is whether I want to bomb the enemy ships already. And to be honest, I think I won't. Not for now. I'm just gonna pull these guys back a bit. And make sure that they are covered by my fighters. And anti-aircraft. Trying to get away as far as possible. Yeah, let's move you here though. And no reason to go all out with anti-aircrafts. End the turn. That didn't deal anything. Good. Heh. Well, too bad. Bye-bye artillery. Or not. Well, it's probably close to being destroyed there. And it's raining. Okay. Fair enough. That means, well, first of all, I will get this recon out in here. That's some ridiculous movement. If I finish off this guy, they can retreat a bit further, which is definitely what I want. Gotta be careful staying out of range of the enemy ships for sure. I think they can handle it. They can't. Okay. Moving in here is fairly useless, I think. Okay. I need to destroy that thing though. My bombers. These guys can still attack. I know they have anti-aircraft here, and it was here I think, and they have range of 3. I'm just doing this to support the team. 1, 2, 3. So I can't bomb here. I could go for these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And move back. That's a good deal. Because now moving in here, they won't back up with a surrender. I think this might be a recon. So using the incendiaries might not even be very useful. But let's move up a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they have a range of 3. Moving in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they would still back it up. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's just hope not to take any damage this way. Really? Okay. Well, let's just move around and in there again. I have to say I'm a bit surprised they didn't get destroyed. Let's try that one again. Because ultimately I need to get into this depot here. And attack. Okay, I'm fairly certain these guys are very weak right now. So I think moving in here. Yep. Okay, good, good. Things are moving along just fine. Let's go in here. Keep these guys out there as a reserve. They can't do anything for the moment. So there's no real... Okay, let's go 1 hex further. There we go. Okay, as long as the enemy ships can reach my artillery, it's okay, I think. I have a movement of 4, or they have a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from here it's also 1, 2, 3, 4. So they can really only hit the infantry inside the cities right now. Not too worried about that. You're blocking off this road. Again, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they would be able to target that. That's just not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving them in here should make it so that they can't target it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's just no way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly. These guys could be hit, but they have to go all the way around. And I don't see them doing that either. Yeah, moving here is fine. Anti-aircraft. You do need to move up. They're let's move you up here. And I think some of these guys don't even move at all. Okay, the one thing that I need to worry about is these. I'm gonna have to think about that for 1 second. So personally, I feel even for these, it might be better just to pull them back. and keep them safe for now, because if I don't see any enemy ships, there's just no reason to already expose them and take prestige damage. And just keeping them out of range of enemy bombers and fighters, or at least the enemy ships, I won't be suffering that much. Let's look. And even here, they just don't really have anything. Okay. Let's end it. Okay. Not too happy about this here, to be honest. Okay, so now we have to start going after enemy ships around here. They're just backing out.
From the British supply depot, we have taken large caliber machine guns Wickers.
Sure. Okay, well. And I need to move my bomber here regardless, so I will. Ugh. Screw you, game. Okay. Well, I will be pulling these all the way up there, because again, I need to make sure that they won't be seen, and these guys are probably gonna get it, but in order to destroy the enemy ships, you know, that's just what I had to do. I'm gonna have to think about what to do with that submarine then. That's not good. Not at all. And that's a standalone house too. I don't like going in there too much. But I don't think I have any choice. I will try to stay away as far as possible to have the potential that they don't actually see me. But that seems to be a naive hope. Yeah, that was an easy target. And that too. Unfortunately, they do occupy those houses there. I can move in here. We know this is an anti-aircraft gun, but not sure what that railway is. And quite frankly, well, again, I just need to expand into different territories here, allowing the enemy to attack me while I'm protected by the artillery. But that artillery does need to be safe from detection. And I think for that to happen, I need these to be destroyed. Unfortunately. And this is an AT gun, so I'm not too worried, but I don't have to worry about anything from the rear anymore. So these guys can attack. I think they're fine staying where they are right now. One, two. Okay, so moving in here, they could shell that. I'm moving you back. Would need to move something into the depot. Nice. Again, not very worried. I already shelled that at least once. And let's move you out here. Get the artillery all the way in here. So they will not shell it. And I don't think they can see it here either. With only this troop, the enemy must have pretty poor vision even throughout a large portion of Dunkirk this way. They're still trying to evacuate units, but that's okay. My biggest concern is just keeping my units safe. Out here. And these are a bit exposed. Again, the question is, do I want to put them here? I think that's okay. I do need recon in the center, so I haven't revealed anything, but it's okay. I might just as well. And I did take care of their anti-aircraft guns, so they won't be able to fire at either of those two. And they'll be bringing in more destroyers in this area anyway, now that they've already seen them. So it already doesn't matter anymore. It's raining, so I don't need any protection when it comes to the fighters. but I do need them out anyway. The only thing is this submarine. So they have a movement of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they would be able to go all the way down there. Yeah, it's just overall bad for me. I'll just move in here and see what happens. Just, I don't know what else I can do potentially. Alright, I'll keep my fingers crossed. And... okay. Not expected. Nice. Another enemy unit destroyed. Okay. That won't survive very long. Indeed it didn't. That unit is already toast. The more counterattacks though, the better for me, because that will finish half the enemy units faster. And there we go. And it's good weather again. Okay, let's destroy these. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I have to get past them. There's nothing else I can do here. These don't have anti-aircraft guns. These do. And that means I'm gonna have to use these bombers out here. Two times anti-aircraft gun. Nice. Let's move you around and start shelling. Trying to get them into a formation where I will be able to provide fighter support. Beautiful. And it will be pretty tough for these guys to get all the way out there. So it's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they would barely make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these guys already wouldn't. So they can really only get one more of those ships in there. Still, the situation isn't perfect. Okay. I'm trying to destroy also as many units as possible in order to reduce their vision, which really helps against these ships, because then they would have a hard time getting at my units. And for example, here, I can... Okay. Move in here. Make those guys surrender. So these can move into this city. I'll move these up forward by 1. Finishes up those. Okay. What is this? This is anti-aircraft. Things are pretty tough out here now. Mostly because of the vision range of the enemy. That's the thing that worries me the most. They have anti-aircraft out here. Getting into the railroad station is probably not as safe as getting into that city hex there. All right, let's risk it. I'm gonna move 1 hex. Move in here. What vision do they have? They probably don't. I got two. Okay, you also 2. As long as I can keep the units 2 hexes away from the artillery, they shouldn't be able to spot it. And even then, it's probably not going to be too great for them. I'm surprised that my supplies in here are not good, because I've taken such a big chunk of the cities already that I feel this is a bit unfair, but that's down to 3. And my bombers, they would be ready to go if not for that thing. Let's finish them off, because that will free up the bombers in this section to destroy these 2 without any engagement. I'm not even getting... Yeah, I have no clue how that works. Like, I just... Yeah, I got all these depots, but it's just not getting through. Yeah. Okay then. No, I'm moving them back for some supplies. I don't have that many turns left. That's what really concerns me. They shouldn't be able to see this again. Let's attack another time. And this is where things are gonna get tricky. I don't have any more artillery. Let's... okay, they're already on low fuel. I do have the anti-aircraft gun to protect these. Surely they'll try to go after them. So that's why I want to have these guys here for sure. I still have some artillery backup. It's just unbelievable that I don't get any supplies in the city at all. Meanwhile, no torpedoes. These are a lot less weakened. These are not likely to push in here because there's nothing for them to shell down there. I mean now, but they can't see that. Well, let's get all of these into supply range and just see what we can make of this. We have 2 artillery shots available in order to keep these guys protected, which I don't think is enough. If I wanted to move forward at this point, I just can't. Right. But I need to move forward so badly. Just the fact that they took that is really unfortunate. But I don't think I can wait for a turn like that. Okay, they cannot see this. Alright, well, we'll see. As again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed here. It's gonna be very dangerous. I just randomly got 2 fighters there, and it's just unbelievable how much this game can cheat that way. I mean, come on, just be realistic. Like, this unit would never go there. It wasn't revealed, so how are they supposed to know that way that you know? They would have to go after that submarine that way. It's just ridiculous. And there goes that unit. So I guess they're not protected inside the depot. They're taking 1 damage every time, but that means that they will get destroyed now. Yeah, and there we are. That's sad. They're not evacuating some of these guys. Or attacking.
We have seized the British Matilda II heavy tanks.
Oh. Well, I'm happy. Yeah. So my units did get some supply anyway. Huh. Yeah, that really sucks that they destroyed that unit. Didn't expect to take so much damage inside the actual depot. Well, it happens, you know. We'll have to continue same way. I think the worst thing is just up there, just ridiculous stuff. Like, I'm sorry, it's just. I didn't see any enemies this time though. I also have no more incendiaries. I will shell it twice. Oh. So I cannot get into the rail yard because they will finish off my unit instantaneously. I can move in here now though. Attack whatever's out there. Let's use a double attack. They have nothing out there, so this is really the last thing that they have. I've a total of 3 turns in order to get there, and currently it's going marginally okay. And both of these cannot attack on this turn, so I'm really gonna have to push it in order to get there. There seem to be some graphical problems. I see. Okay, what I'm gonna do though, I destroyed that, so that's great. I'm gonna go after this ship. Again, I didn't see any other enemy units. These can all go after my anti-air, or after my planes here, but they would stay away from my ground units at that point. That seems unlikely for them to do. But you don't know that, so. I'm just generally unhappy with the way things are going. I have to push really far in order to get there in the next couple of turns. I already destroyed quite a few units, but it's just not enough. Okay, let's move you to the back side. Get the artillery in here. You to this back. And the other artillery too. I do have the bombers. And I don't think they have anti-aircraft like I said before. Let's just try this. I don't mind taking a bit of damage now for a little bit of progress. Certainly. So, just gonna have to do it like this. They would have only one unit here, but again, I cannot get into the depot. And they would still be able to see what's in there. So I'm disinclined to take it. But I will move all my artillery in a position where for the next 2 turns we can keep blasting at full force. So they cannot see the recons or anything like this. And I think it's tricky. Okay, let's move in there. They're protected. Okay, you already got them. I'll fly out. Make sure this way that I can still get as many of the enemy evacuating ships as possible. Whenever that might be feasible. I might have to use these recons in order to take that last depot. Okay, well, again, let's keep our fingers crossed. We already lost 1 auxiliary. Please keep attacking this. Come on. No. What is it going for then? Might be going after a recon unit. Unsure infantry. Okay. Okay. Still haven't evacuated any units. Those are just a bunch of destroyers. I feel like I might have taken down all of them, at least and the enemy ships trying to evacuate. Now the Okay, they have a unit in there now, and I think then that would be an infantry. So it's a bit glitchy. I guess. Okay, that's giving me good intelligence data. Anti-tank. No worries about... Oh,
Our troops report taking over the railroad
oh
station.
come on.
Excellent.
You gotta be kidding me. Wow. I might just lose it because of that. I am... come on. Really? Because that's also totally not what I wanted. Okay, so there are basically two things that I could do, because that's obviously not what I wanted. Wow. How am I gonna deal with that? If I destroy the recon... okay, I can try something here. No, that's... Okay, what I'm gonna do... Yeah, in order to save that, I need to use my 88s here. In order, first of all, to go after their anti-aircraft guns. Then I need to use the bomber and the other bomber yeah, I might still lose this even. Okay, let's get away from attacks. I can take that on the next turn. Oh, I messed that up real great. That's one of the things that is pretty annoying about this game as well, I think. It's just that this stuff can be... misclicking is really easy here. So... and what you then get is... Okay.
We seized the main supply depot of British expeditionary forces. The remnants of the enemy troops lost their supplies.
I could do a scouting run here to make sure I can get my infantry here. Let's run for it. I need to take this on the next turn. I can't be too picky now. I have only No, that's not true. Okay, let's do a scouting run then. Just to get a bit more intel. Again, the idea is they have a spawning of spawning of 3. Okay, nice. Well, we'll see how it goes then. If that's an AT gun, I'll just move all the way up here. We'll see whether I can take that on the next turn, and I'll probably take damage. But I cannot avoid that anymore for now. Taking this, not such a great idea, but you'll move there. And yeah, I'll just... even this, it didn't matter ultimately. So we'll probably lose that unit because of that misclick. Now, I could have replayed that, but I just didn't feel like it. It really sucks. It does, but yeah, that's part of this game. And that's just how it works. If you misclick, you're gonna get wrecked. Is there any chance for me to use any of these fighters? I thought I still had one. Yeah, I did. Again, why am I doing this? Because I need these units not to be seen by the enemy. Alright. Now that that has been taken care of, this is the HQ. Okay, you can move. Ah, I cut the wrong one. Okay. Well, here goes. Okay, some anti-aircraft fire first. Then you're attacking the artillery. Great surprise. 6, 4. Well, bye-bye. Maybe they won't see it now. They did. Yeah, lovely. Like I said, great misclick, and that can ruin whatever. Could have reload, but oh well.
I remind you that the longer we are chasing our tails in Dunkirk, the more Brits can evacuate. It is necessary to put an end to the enemy units as soon as possible. It is required for you to manage this feat within 24 hours. You have no options.
I will accomplish it, but...
We captured Leffenkauk, and now we control the eastern part of Dunkirk.
Man, I'm just really bummed out again by that artillery. Like, it was really unnecessary, and I wouldn't have lost that unit even if I didn't misclick there. I went so well, and that pretty much ruins a lot of the prestige that I'm getting for this mission. Because I have to rebuy it. And which artillery was it? It was the 10.51. Yeah, that's going to cost me around 400 prestige, and we'll be getting prestige back, obviously. Like, we'll be getting around to 17,000, probably. I would guess. But then we have to buy it back, and we'll be only at 14. Yeah. Well, sucks. Still raining. Yeah, I'll use the artillery. Oh, I can even use it here. Wow. Wouldn't have expected that. But yeah, the artillery is the last thing that I'll use here. In order to get some extra experience for them. And there we have it, golden victory. Yeah, so I lost an infantry, the submarine, of course, and then the artillery in the end due to that misclick. I almost got away, almost, but not quite. Just one attack away from being safe. I tried everything I could to damage the enemy ships, but it was to no avail. And it got destroyed. Maybe I should have gone for the battleship. Maybe that would have helped a bit more. Just going all out. Maybe I could have saved it that way. Could be, but it's too late for that. Overall, mission went reasonable. I didn't take too many losses besides that, so I'm happy about that. But overall, I think it was pretty mediocre. We did get the extra objectives though, so let's just see what the Fuhrer has to say about our victory here.
My Führer, we managed to prevent the evacuation. Most of the Anglo-French forces were destroyed or taken as prisoners. We have seized the fuel, ammunition supplies, and equipment of 9 British divisions. In fact, not only has Britain almost lost its entire army, but it also has lost all its heavy weapons.
This is a great victory of the Reich. However, time is running out. I command you to start preparations for an air and naval war against Britain.
Yeah, we get directive number 16. The English Air Force must be beaten down in its morale and in fact that it can no longer display any appreciable aggressive force in opposition to the German crossing. Attention for the next operation taken in the battle, only Luftwaffe aviation forces. Embarkation, land and airborne units will not be available. Yeah, so what we got there is the British Expeditionary Forces were destroyed in Dunkirk, -2 strength, to all British land forces, which is nice, I guess. Next one will be the Battle of Britain. I'll be taking care of my forces. First of all, though, let's rebuy an artillery. Unfortunately, we got a hero, Hans Ulrich Rudel, and he can give one of the abilities here. I've never gotten a hero actually myself, so I think that's actually pretty funny to see. You can attack twice every second turn. Not bad. Bypass air defense, scouting, ignore entrenchments. Hello, merit. We'll see what that does. Yeah. Well, either way, yeah, I was gonna buy at least an artillery. That's what I said, and I will. And that's indeed gonna be, I guess, a new one. I already said it was gonna be expensive. So that sucks. I need to go to equipment, yeah, because I also need to do that, and all of the rest they I already have all of that. Okay. Like I said, thanks for watching. Did hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Take care.